I am so glad that you are taking the time to view this video, and you will thank yourself again and again for having done so. This video tells you what is expected of you in terms of an orientation for this class. It is not the orientation itself. You have to do the orientation, but it tells you what you have to do for orientation. And one of the things that you will notice about the Moodle page for this class, first of all, aside from the fact that it doesn't look like that of any other class that you are taking this semester, that is perfectly normal, believe it or not. One of the things that you will notice as you go through the mechanism is that there will be links in various places for you to click on. Sometimes they are of a distinct color, like the red that you see here. Sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're black, but basically make sure that you follow all of the directions that you read in the emails that come with this class and on the web pages to find out exactly where these links are located. Now, there are 4 things that you need to do in order to get started in this class, and they are as follows. First of all, I want you to go to your college email, to your CACC email, and find the message that's entitled Music Appreciation, How to Get Started in the Class and Orientation Assignment. It'll be available for you on the first day of classes. If you have registered late, you will have to wait a day, 2 days, perhaps even 3 days to find it in your email, but keep checking until you find it eventually. Now, once you find it, make sure that you make a printout of that message, and make a printout also of the attachment to that message, and make sure that you staple the pages of that attachment in order. That attachment is your guide to the course. You can't do anything for this class unless you actually have that document before you, so make sure that you have it. Also, please take note of the email address for this class. I don't have it specified here, but you have it on your own Moodle page. Make sure you take note of it. That address will be given in this message that will have been sent to you. Use that for this class. I will not respond to you from any other email address other than that one. The second step is to read this table that I have prepared for you. It's an approximation of what you would expect an instructor to tell you right at the beginning of the first class of the semester. This is much more concise than anything that you probably would hear in such a setting. And so I ask you to take a full 15 minutes to look through it. First of all, read it very, very carefully. If you find that you read it through in under 15 minutes, which is very likely, take some time to go back and look through it. Look for things that interest you, look for things that shock you, look for things that surprise you, and think about them for a while. It will help you to understand something about me, about the class, and how you are going to fit into that situation. Step number 3 is something that's very basic, and I'm sure you've seen this again and again in your on-campus classes, and that is to check to see that you have the right purchased materials for this class. This class requires you to have both a text and a set of 6 CDs. If you go to the bookstore and buy the text from there, it will come with a set of 3 CDs. That is not sufficient for this class. You have to purchase separately, and in addition to it, a 6 CD set. Both of those are available at the bookstore. I was a student for a long time, and I know what students' budgets typically are like, and if you want to save some money, you can purchase the text and the 6 CD set online. You'll be surprised to see what the prices are for both of them. Simply go to the links that I provided here, find what you need, order it, and have it sent to you if you want to avail yourself of that option. But remember, you do have to have these by the 2nd week of the semester. You simply cannot take the class without the text and without the 6 CD set. So make sure that you obtain them right away. Step number 4 is to read your printout of the first email message of the semester. Now, I assume that you have already made the printouts required there. If you haven't, stop the video now. Go to that message, make a printout of that message, make a printout of the attachment to that message, and staple the pages of that attachment in order. You need these materials. And then come back and do step 4, which is to read the printout of your first email of the semester to find out where the orientation assignment is located and to make a printout of it. Basically, the message tells you what word on this page is a link to the orientation assignment. For example, later on we're going to go to the online course resources, and the link for it is available here. Notice it's in solid black letters, capital letters. It could be lowercase letters, it could be a word, it could be a mark of punctuation, it could be anything under the sun. Basically, I want to see whether or not you can follow directions. That's an extremely important skill in this class. And very often I will tell you where links are, and you'll have to find where they are, and you'll have to click on them. When you go there, make sure that you make a printout of the orientation assignment. You actually have to have a physical hard copy of it before you, because you're going to go through the course resources and you're going to write the answers that you find there on that orientation assignment. So make sure that you do that. Really, the orientation can be a lot of fun. It really is very easy to do, so just open yourself to that experience. Now you'll see there's a lot of information on this page, including a lot of information well below what I have showed you so far. Don't bother with that right now. You will be told when to read the remainder of this page. Do not do that until you are directed to do so. Now, once you have your copy of the orientation assignment, simply click on the Click Here link to go to the online course resources. And you will be very happy that you have links of this sort available to you, because Moodle pages typically are quite long. They really are very long indeed. And this, I provided an easy way for you to get around the materials for this class. So if you click on this link, you will find that you are taken to the first of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages of this class. This is the start page. You have to read the page from beginning to end. Simply go through it, read it, follow all the directions that are given on that page, and at the bottom of the page you will find an orientation note. Make sure you read all of the text that is in red, think about the directions before you do anything, and then follow the directions for it. And it tells you to go to the README first page next. So all you have to do is to go back up to the top of the page and click on the README first page. Basically, that's how this class is set up. It's set up in a number of pages, and when you take a look at that guide that you printed out from the attachment in your email, it will refer to a learning page, a review page, or the music research project page, something like that. You will find all of these things, and they are available to you just at the click of a mouse. So let's go to the README first page. Simply click on it, and boom, there is the page. Read the page from beginning to end. At the end of the page, it will tell you two things. First of all, to take a break from orientation, because you will have read enough on that page to occupy your mind for quite some time. So I urge you to simply stop the orientation at that time, do something else, and then resume it at another time. And when you do so, you are instructed to read the syllabus. And the syllabus page is similar to, in terms of its number of sections and its format, to what you have for your other classes, but you have to read it from beginning to end. These are typically long documents, so give yourself plenty of time to read through this one here. And again, take a break from orientation, even if it's only a couple hours, to allow your mind to process that information. And then come back and go through the remaining pages. There is a learning page, read that from beginning to end. There is a review page, read that from beginning to end. There is a music research project page, read that from beginning to end. And there is an exam information page, read that from beginning to end. And you see how easy it has been to get from one page to another. All you have to do is to click on the page that you want and the table of links that you see at the top of the page here, and you are taken to it instantaneously. This will save you from having to scroll up and down the page to find where you need to be. Now, if you have any questions whatsoever about orientation after you have viewed this video, I urge you to have another look at it. And if you still find that something has not yet been answered for you, for heaven's sakes, write to me. I will be delighted to respond to you. But make sure that you always make that effort to read the directions, to read them carefully before you ask me about them. I'm delighted to help you, but I would like you to get into the habit of reading things carefully before you come to me to request help. Reading and following directions is really critical in this and any online class. If you were in the classroom with me, of course I could take care of it right on the spot, and there would be almost no effort for either one of us. So I do want to spare us a lot of time and effort, and to do that, the best thing you can do and the kindest thing that you can do for yourself is to read and to follow the directions carefully. If they don't work for you, then you know something's wrong, and then that's the time to write to me.